Hi, and welcome to a brand new mini series. This is going to be a mini audio series called Reflections. For those of you who are getting to know me for the first time, my name is Paul Nulty. I'm a holistic health coach. I'm also a Reiki practitioner, advanced Ho'oponopono, sacred freedom practitioner. I'm also a Herbalife 24 coach, martial artist, and I've done various different courses, online courses on personal development. I've had the great fortune of learning from some of the most highly prolific people in the world of health and wellness, business development, spiritual development, entrepreneurship, and business success. And so I'm going to be sharing some of my insights, some of the things that I've learned. I'm also going to be sharing my own experiences with you with this mini series. I'm going to keep the audios to around about 5 minutes. So these will be like small sound bites that you can listen to in your own time when you have 5 minutes, maybe during a coffee break, tea break, whatever it is you prefer. Maybe even during a lunch break, or 5 minutes before maybe waiting on a bus. You've got that 5 minutes to listen to something that is meaningful and maybe pick up on what I'm saying and implement some of the ancient wisdom and maybe learn from the experiences that I'm going to be sharing with you on this mini series. So the reason that I was inspired to create this audio today was because of a question that was presented to me while I was doing a distance Reiki healing session. Now, when I say the question was presented to me, what I mean by that is I'm talking about that observer, the third person view. If any of you out there know what I mean when I talk about we're not the body, we're more than the body, we have a consciousness, we have the observer who is observing what's going on in the present moment. So I kind of think about that in a way where that is my higher self, that is my spiritual body. And so the spiritual communication coming through into the physical body, the question that was presented to me was, what are you grateful for today? And so I had a look around at my surroundings and I thought, well, the first thing I'm grateful for today is the peace and tranquility that I have here at home. And that allows me to do what I do and sit in a meditative state and carry out this remote healing transmission. And the next thing that came up for me was I started to think about all the people in my life, my friends, family, people that I've known all my life, and even those who I've just recently come into contact with through various different projects or events. I began to realise that I was grateful for all of the people that are in my life. And then I also started to think about the skills. If I didn't learn the skills, if I didn't go through the hardship and take that first step to learn about Reiki, to develop my skills, then I would never find myself in this position where I could do something as meaningful and as sacred as a distance healing session. And so with that said, I began to feel the gratitude. And that feeling of gratitude also brings about a healing energy. It has a healing element to it. So with that said, I also would like to invite you to think about things that you might be grateful for in your own life. Even if you're going through difficulties or hardships, there's really always something that we can find gratitude in. And I think that brings us to the point where if we think about the universe being abundant and what we think about grows, if we really think about gratitude often and we express that in our daily life, then that can lead to more gratitude. Instead of thinking about what could go wrong, let's maybe think about what can go right and what is going good and how things really should be, because where we put our attention, where attention goes, energy flows. Okay, that's another great saying, and I really do believe that. And it's in perfect alignment with what we do with Reiki, because we focus our attention on sending healing energy to the recipient. But not only does the recipient benefit from this, the practitioner also benefits from the healing energy, because it's just the way it is, it's just the way nature is. And so everything that we do is really in alignment with nature. It's natural. It is, for some people, it's unexplainable. Sometimes it's hard to communicate what actually goes on with a distance healing session. And, really the best way to experience it is to receive a healing transmission or to learn the skills yourself. If you can learn and develop the skill sets for yourself, that really is the best way to know and understand what Reiki is and how beneficial it can be in your day-to-day practice. So with that said, I hope you found today's information useful. I'll leave you with the same question that was presented to me, and that is, what are you grateful for? So you might want to sit in quiet meditation, think about that, maybe start journaling, write things down, and begin to think about ways in where you can bring about more gratitude in your life. It's actually one of the 5 Reiki principles, and I'll go into that in a bit more detail with the next audio. That's something that we can start off on. With the next audio, we'll talk about the 5 Reiki principles. But until next time, do have fun, do take care, and I look forward to sharing more information with you really soon, whether it's through the email newsletter, on the Facebook group, or through this audio series. Do have fun, do take care, and I'll speak to you really soon.